My client sent me these nails. I've never done them before. It is 5:03 p.m. and her appointment is at 7:30 p.m. That means I have less than 3 hours to figure out how to do something I have never done before. She also has a few particulars. She wants more fall colors. So since I never done this, I decided to show you guys kind of my process and how I figured this out. So I head to Instagram, of course. We try not to get distracted by this weird image in the corner. Type in white tortoise shell nails because on Instagram there is a lot of free information. So I scroll and see the different types and try not to again get distracted because certain things look cool. And then I don't find too much success there. So I go to the actual person's page that it is. So I scroll through, see what she does. Oh, beautiful work. Well, hold up, zoom in here close, kind of see different effects going on. There's an outline, there's layering going on. And see, she did a recent set with actually more fall colors. Zoom in again, like a few pictures while I'm here because, of course she does beautiful work and so this is my client's previous set. It is 5 weeks old and I did do a video on this set, on this design. Don't forget to check it out. It is titled Jungle Cow Nails. So let's get right into the design. So I'm using Krispy Kreme from Madam Glam. I'm using Master Debater from Madam Glam as well. It is a jelly color. I'm using Old Fashioned from Daily Charm. It is also a jelly color. Don't judge the bottles here. They actually get work done. Milk Bath from Daily Charm as well. Blooming Gel, also from Daily Charm. Daily Charms all through this. You can use discount code Tabytha and the number 10, and the information will be in the description bar. You can also shop with the link below. So then I'm going to start off with that Krispy Kreme color as a base for this tortoise design. I didn't want to go with too stark white. Again, trying to analyze the picture. So I'm going in with a curved line in the Daily Charm striper brush. And I'm just kind of perfect this and I'm going to compare the nails to make sure they look like sisters, to get them as close as possible, to make sure the curve is at the same angle and it executes at about the same spot on the nail. We have different shape nails as well. So it's kind of, you want to make your best judgment on how far to bring them up if you're dealing with a situation like that. It's a bit unique. So once I cure that in the light, I go ahead and apply the blooming gel and we leave that blooming gel wet. Now I'm going to drop in that Old Fashioned color, which is that kind of, it's called Old Fashioned. Is that a root beer? Is that a drink? It's an alcohol beverage. Not sure. So we're just going to drop that color. It is a jelly color, and I recommend you get this for any tortoise type designs. Tortoise is a really easy effect to do, honestly. It's more about having the right type of products. And this is a really good product to have in your arsenal to achieve this type of look. So I'm just repeating that process. Go ahead and apply that blooming gel. And I'm just applying that to that French part because it is going to make that color spread out everywhere you apply that blooming gel. We don't want it on our nail bed color, so we don't apply it to our nail bed. Also, when you drop that color in there, make sure it's a light touch, that you're not stabbing the surface, that it's really light. This is sped up, so it looks more aggressive than what it is. So we cure that. That's very important. Make sure you cure that. Then I'm applying that milk bath color over it. Again, over only the French part. So we're going to layer that, and that's going to give us our dimension and start to lighten and brighten up the color. So again, even though we're using that milk bath color to add that white, I did want to start off with that Krispy Kreme kind of off-white beigey color. And we're going to mute that out with the white that the milk bath has. So we're just going to repeat this on all the tips and make sure that we cure. So we're going in with another layer of blooming gel, and we're going to leave that wet. And we're going to add our dots again with that Old Fashioned color. Now when we add these dots, again, very light touch, but you want to make sure that we are kind of spacing them out and overlapping at the same time. So just keep in mind your previous layer and try not to mimic that, but also you don't want to, do a strategic pattern where you're trying to, do a polka dot type brickwork design. You want to kind of overlay, just like you see me. I'm kind of going on top of the dots that are already there, but also in the spaces. We want it to be haphazard, very organic, nothing too, perfect or anything like that. So once we get that second coat of dots or the tortoiseshell design on there, we're going to go ahead and cure. Once I cured, I went in with that Master Debater color, which is that green yellowy type color, and I'm going in and outlining just the edge of these splotches or tortoise spots or whatever you want to call them. I'm just going in with that short liner brush and just literally going around the edges, not too perfect. Again, you want to keep it very organic when we're doing things like animal prints, anything like that, where we're trying to emulate something that happens in nature is more natural. Try to get a reference picture, look at what you're actually trying to emulate, and see, what colors happen, what patterns don't happen, and try to apply that to your artwork. So now I'm going to add the actual pop of color. And again, my client wanted a variety of fall colors. So I'm just going in and I'm going at the same angle and everything of that previous line we did with that Krispy Kreme color, and just going in. Now at the end of it, you can see I'm making it wider, and I'm going in and making it more narrow as we get towards the cuticle area. So it does come up pretty high. It does end at the actual cuticle area. And so I'm trying to keep a marker and keep that in mind when I'm working from nail to nail. Again, we're trying to make them look like sisters, not cousins, not third cousins twice removed, married. We're not trying to do that. We're trying to make them look as similar as possible. Now, it's not going to be perfect, and we just have to concede to that. But again, we want to go ahead and try to match them up. So I'm taking like a mental note, and again, we can line the fingers up as well just to see if they line up in about the same spot. But that's not always tried and true, because lengths of nail beds can be different. Lengths of the actual nail can be different and should be different depending on the size of the actual nail bed. Our larger fingers, our middle fingers, our thumbs generally need to be ever so slightly longer, and our smaller nail beds, our pinkies and pointers, need to be ever so slightly shorter, and that's how we keep proportion in line and in control. So that's a tip in any regard as far as length choice and how to keep nails looking proportionate. Go ahead and make those adjustments based on the actual width of the nail. So after we cure that, I went in and applied a second coat to the fingers that need it. So I'm going to use the transfer foil gel and just go in and outline the bottom little curve swirl line in between the tortoise design and our pop of color. I want to apply that, cure it. Now when I'm using this product, I like to cure it in the lamp, and then after that allow it to air dry for just about a minute, and I find that yields me the best results. So after that, I'm taking gold foil. The gold foil is from Daily Charm as well. They sell a lot of different kind of foils, metallic, patterned, all different ones. So I'm just applying that on that line, and you can see I'm using one of those kind of silicone pusher things just to smooth it out. This is, it's a little imperfect, but I think it works. I went and clean any extra gold off with a wipe and acetone. And I'm just doing that top line as well. Same process, outlining with a liner, and then going in and pressing that foil. So then I'm going to top coat with a no wipe top coat. I always tell you guys I'm not married to a specific one. I like a no wipe one, and one that'll come back looking, as shiny as possible and free of scuffs. So, keep that in mind. Joya Mia, I always say, does make a good one. So we decided she wanted one hand matte, one hand shiny. She decided to keep them all the same. We didn't do the extra French stuff she wanted. But I thought it would be great if she just matted out the actual pops of color, and she was okay with that. So after I made them shiny, I went in and just, with the striper brushes, you can see, taking that matte top coat and just going over the area that I want matte. I'm using the Velvet Matte Top Coat from Daily Charm. I didn't put a clip of it, but that is what I'm using. It is one of my favorite matte top coats. So this is the final look. Now let me remind you what she wanted, and she wanted it with fall colors, and this is what we did. So tell me down below, did I do it? Did I not? If this is what you wanted, would you be happy with your nail tech? Tell me down below. So put a little cheetah emoji if we have one. And I really thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, check me out on Instagram, Tabytha_nails. Don't forget to share the video as well. Don't forget to check the description bar for any links to any discount codes or any frequently used items. Bye.